Good morning, Redheaded Step Stacker family. Holy cow. It didn't dawn on me so in deeply last evening. This morning I get up and I watch the White House press briefing. And the words that are said are exactly what we've been screaming since Epstein got arrested. And it finally comes out of the mouth of a reporter right there in the press room. But this is so intentional on Donald Trump's part. If you haven't seen the Hillary Clinton video that Donald Trump posted, and this man mentions, Donald Trump posted a video of the timeline of all the Hillary Clinton murders on Truth. He mentions that. He says so many profound things, you're literally going to piss your pants. Get a diaper, okay? But the most important part of what you are about to see is not what he says, but where is he sitting? And why does the White House camera already focus on him? It's very rare that you guys see this angle, and the angle is from a White House controlled camera. So this camera is over her shoulder, pointing right at the guy who happens to not be sitting in the assigned seating for all the press people, but he's sitting on the side of the wall closest to the stage. And what he says is profound, and then we're going to go into the Donald Trump. So last night, Donald Trump outs Obama and says, do you want to see public tribunals? Now, unfortunately, Trump is asking you to retweet it to vote yes. And there are only 22,000 retweets, which there should be 71 million retweets. There should be a retweet for every person on Truth, but everybody's not doing it. Everybody's just, no, we want everything to go, but we're not going to get involved. I got a Truth account. I've been on it this morning, but I didn't re-truth the post where Donald Trump asked, do you want to see Obama in a military tribunal held publicly? He's actually got twice as many hearts as he has retruth. And retruth are the two little arrows that make a square if you're not aware, and you have truth. Second from the left is the retruth, which is your vote. So there's not even, he hangs the meat over the alligators, okay? Obama's the meat, you're the alligators, and there's no alligators biting. No alligators are biting at the meat hanging over their head. Nobody wants a fresh chicken today. So it is very disheartening how many of retruths are not happening on that post. But the second post. So Donald Trump would not ask you if you want to see a military tribunal if he didn't already have one lined up. I'm going to shut up and not repeat what I said last night and let you watch this profound video. This would never happen. The man is not even sitting in the press area. He's sitting on the sidewall. He's completely separate from everybody in the media. From that lady man from CNN, Caitlyn, that everybody says is hot. Guess what? He is hot. It's a boy, damn it. I mean, if I had $1 for every YouTuber I saw, she's too bad she's a Democrat. She's hot. She ain't a she. Okay, let's jump in. I'm shutting up.
Thank you. And my only other question for you is, so over the weekend, President Trump posted Truth Social a video highlighting what most people call the Clinton body count, which is the strange number of suicides that seem to happen in Clinton circles I have a headline here from the Washington Post that said, Trump peddles false conspiracy theories tying the Clintons to several deaths. So I just wanted to highlight real quick, this wasn't in Trump's video, but this is from the Arkansas Times, and it's the death of Mark Middleton, who was a former Clinton White House aide, who was found dead on a Clinton Foundation property. And I'll just quote from the Arkansas Times. Middleton apparently shot himself in the chest with a shotgun and also hung himself from a tree with an extension cord. So I have no idea how somebody commits suicide that way, but if the Washington Post is here, maybe you can enlighten us as to how that was actually a suicide. So anyways, that's just a lead into my question about the most famous Clinton-related suicide, which is that of Jeffrey Epstein. There's still a lot of questions around that case. You've released phase 1 of the Epstein files. What was missing from that is any connection to his ties to intelligence agencies, and that's really the whole story, that not just trafficking young girls, but doing it on behalf of intelligence agencies, and even potentially as part of a blackmail ring with potential ties to the Israeli government. So for phase 2, when can we expect it? Will it have information pertaining to those aspects of the Epstein case?
I know the Attorney General has committed to releasing those files. I would defer you to the Department of Justice on her timeline, but when she has made a promise in the past, she has kept it, and I'm certain that she will in this case as well.
Okay, before we jump into the next thing, I want to point out the reporter quotes the Washington Post saying Donald Trump peddles fake murder, blah, blah, blah. Every time it comes to Donald Trump, they fail to use the word allege. At what point in history were news agencies made the judge? Only the judge could say that something was fake or false information. But here we have, and I'm just pointing it out to you, you know that news is fake, but I'm showing you how they make fake news, is they literally appoint themselves the executioner, the judge, and the jury. Before any court date has ever happened on Hillary Clinton and all these people that have been murdered, the Washington Post boldly says that these are false statements. Who the fuck is the Washington Post? Are they the FBI? Maybe we don't know. They're the CIA and the FBI, and they've already done the investigation. Therefore, they can put out a headline that says Trump makes false statements about Hillary. Okay? You can't, but if some illegal alien kills a little girl and does awful things to her on the side of the road, it's alleged. It's always alleged. It's alleged this guy who got caught with the child's body in his own hands and her blood on his chest. It's alleged that murder happened, but Donald Trump opens his mouth and says something, and the Washington Post already had the court case before they even printed. It's already a closed case. Hillary Clinton didn't do anything. Donald's making false statements. Now let's see the video that Donald Trump posted on Truth, literally indicting the Clintons for dozens of murders. And the first one being JFK Jr.
Declared the frontrunner for the New York Senate seat back in 1999. Days later, his plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, and his rival, Hillary Clinton, was elected senator. Mary Mahoney was a Clinton White House intern. She knew enough of the inner workings of Bill's sexual advancements to be a star witness during the Clinton impeachment trials. She was brutally executed at a Starbucks she was managing in 1997. In 1993, White House counsel Vince Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park near D.C. He supposedly killed himself, and among a lengthy list of potential foul play, the bullet was never found. Then there's James McDougal, a key witness for White House prosecutors. He was serving his 3-year sentence for bank fraud at the Fort Worth Federal Medical Center in Texas. And just before he was to give a testimony before the grand jury, McDougal suffered a heart attack in solitary confinement. In 2015, Walter Scheib, a White House chef hired under Bill Clinton, joined the list. His body was found at the bottom of a river, nearly 2 miles from the base of the trail he was reportedly hiking. An autopsy determined that Scheib's death was accidental drowning. but he might have known too much. 27-year-old Democratic National Committee staffer Seth Rich was shot and killed in D.C. this year. There is speculation that he was the source of the controversial leaked emails allegedly sent by DNC staffers, and that he may have been murdered in retaliation. Then Sean Lucas, the lead attorney in a fraud case against the DNC, was found lying on the bathroom floor by his girlfriend when she returned home on August 2nd. His death was reported classified, pending the results of an autopsy.
5 by 5, 5 by 5. Hello, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Donald Trump is in full force. He is taking down the deep state. Everything we've been waiting for is happening now. Donald Trump would not come forward with all of this accusations if they weren't already planning the arrests. Like I said before, everything is going to happen I said 2 weeks ago, everything's going to start in a month and it's going to go through October. And I hope I'm wrong and Hillary is not the last one. Hopefully Hillary is the second one. But if he's going for Obama first, he's got to go for Hillary second. This is what we're waiting for. This is why we voted for Donald Trump. This is the number one reason. If you had to put all your reasons on a list, is because we need to get these pieces of shit out of here. And that is what is happening right now. I want you to have a joyous Monday. I want you to feel good and understand that the information you are getting is from the White House. And if you're just joining us and you didn't see I didn't even make it through the whole White House brief this morning. I stopped as soon as this guy was done talking, because everything he said is what the conspiracy channels, what I have been saying since 2015, what everyone else has been saying, everything that we've known to be true is being said out loud in the most important places, the White House briefing room. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. I hope it's true. And everything doesn't go deep as AF. I can't say it. Oh, I can say as fuck. I hope it's, unfortunately, that American flag. I'm going to move the American flag over so I could read your comments better. I hope it's all true, brother. But it's evil goes deep as fuck. Yes. But the evil is being said out loud in the White House press brief room. And did you notice that they just wanted him to make the statement? First of all, the guy's not sitting in the auditorium style seating. He's at the first chair next to the side of the stage against the wall. He's completely separate from the entire press room. He has the best seat in the house. He is the first person she goes to ask questions, and the camera that is over her shoulder is already pointed on him. Close up. So that was a staged event. Everything that he said was said out loud on purpose in the briefing room with members of every major news network or paper or channel on YouTube or anywhere. Every important press person in the world is sitting right there. And he's separate, sitting on the side. And the camera's already on him, ready to go. That was intentionally brought to the surface for everyone to see. What we've been waiting for. Will your far left crazy grandmother figure it out today? I don't know. But it's out there, and they're saying it out loud, and the Washington Post is already saying Trump's making false statements about Hillary Clinton. Well, guess what? Whether they're false or true, Washington Post just posted it to every lefty in the planet that Donald Trump is saying Hillary Clinton killed a bunch of people. They might have added subtracted the word alleged and added the word that, condemning him of being incorrect. But nonetheless, it's out there. So people now have to decide for themselves. And nobody trusts the Washington Post. It is really happening, Red. Yes. I believe it is. You guys know that have been with me all these years how half the glass has been empty. My glass has always been half empty. I've tried very, very, very hard to be a half full guy. Okay, but who's the number one guy on YouTube talking about the Second Amendment? Me. And here we are in a situation where for the first time, I think, wow, we're not going to have to invoke the Second Amendment to save our country from traitor politicians and judges. Here I am right now sitting for the very first time saying, oh, it's happening. It's not on our shoulders to actually go out and be kinetic with enemies of the United States. Paul Barr says that seat is the press room seat designated for the alternative news source. That seat always gets the first question. Okay, I'm okay with that, but I guarantee you they knew what question was coming. They said it out loud. They reinstated the fact that Donald Trump posted a video chronologically showing the murders of the Clinton family. That was done on purpose. And I do believe they knew that question was coming. The truth has risen above the surface today. Today is the day. Yesterday, I guess, was the day that the truth finally came out. Everything we wanted our loved ones to know is now out. And we're not the crazy ones. They are for believing it. So I want everyone to have a beautiful day. Peace and love worldwide. Let's do a quick prayer for Donald Trump and those fighting. Dear God, please hold your shield of truth in front of those who are fighting to bring the truth to the surface. Please, Lord, let no bullet or bomb harm any of the ones who are working with the President of the United States to save our constitutional republic. Dear God, please bring truth to the ears of those who have not heard it. And please let who Donald Trump truly is be known by those who have been taught to hate him. Amen. It's a big bed and they're all lying together. They made it, and let them get exposed for their evils. Yes. And like I've been worried about for like 4 or 5 months now, I keep saying Donald Trump is trying to kill one hornet at a time while he's sitting next to a hive, and he's got to get them all at one time. It looks like he's getting them all at one time. I did bring that important point. I was very pessimistic. I will tell you that. Okay? I was very pessimistic. But here we are for the first time in 10 years, me not being pessimistic. Maybe a few little hills here and there, but tonight we're on a mountain, ladies and gentlemen. Peace and love worldwide. Live your life before your life lives you. Thank you all for joining me, and God bless America.